As someone who's been on both sides of it, like being really hard on myself to perform well and like just in life, and then being nicer to myself to perform well, I get about the same amount done. It just feels a lot better. Like it doesn't feel so punitive, and I don't have such a tyrannical approach to how I treat myself. So being guilty and feeling ashamed and, if those things motivate you, okay, but I think it's a lot more positive and makes you feel better in here and in your whole body to be kinder to yourself.
It's okay. I know she gets so emotional about the kitty. It's okay, Dorothy, come here. I know. She's really lovely. I know. I understand why you want to be her friend. Whew, I'm sweating. You can maybe see. It's time to feed the horses. I just took the dogs for a little walk, and then I'm gonna make lunch. We'll have a little chatty chat, but first I gotta feed the girls.
Come in. Okay, surprise, surprise, I'm in this sweatshirt again because I love it and it's mine and I have it, so I'm gonna wear it all the time. But oh my god, I will say it is hot in here. It's hot in here. Okay, so what's going on? I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm struggling a little bit. Yesterday I had a very productive, it's so dark. I hope you don't have a fear of heights because now you're up and you're higher. So I had I'm so sweaty. I just wiped myself. Okay, this is gonna sound really gross, but I went for a walk and I was sweating so much and I was like, I took a shower already today. I will take one later today because I need to wash my hair because need I say more? So I went for a walk, I was sweating, and then I fed the horses and gave the pigs water and all that, and then I took my little wipes that I had, my cleansing wipes, which they said they're pH balancing, which makes me think they're not for your face, and by that I mean they are for your vajuju. I need to make an effort to stop being kind of negative, but I'm feeling negative today, and I'm feeling like, there's the storm clouds outside, all the pigs were sleeping when I went in there. It's just a cozy, take it easy day, and we do need to take it easy because I've been struggling a bit mentally the last 2 days in an eating disorder way. I'm not proud to admit it, but by and large, I have a really good relationship with food, with my body. When I'm struggling, it's not an indication that I don't like my body. I honestly feel fine about my body. It's just such a useful but destructive but useful coping behavior when I have really strong emotions. And I was talking about this recently in a video about relapsing because this just happens from time to time. It's part of recovery. I'm not ashamed of it. Am I proud of it? No, but it happened, and I'm not ashamed of that or afraid to say it because I honestly think it's helpful sometimes to hear that people who struggle with the same things you do don't always have it easy. And by and large, like I was saying, I have a really good relationship with all of it, but part of doing well in recovery means that you fall out of practice with using your coping skills because you don't need them as much. You don't find yourself in situations where you're having to use your distress tolerance tools and kind of ride the wave of the emotion without doing something destructive. And I'm out of practice. And so, guilt doesn't change anything. I found myself feeling really guilty yesterday over something that I ate. And I had this feeling of I need to fix it. I need to, go to some extreme to feel better about it. And in truth, I did. But I was thinking about it and I was like, guilt really doesn't change anything because if I am so guilty about what happened, that's not motivating to get better. And I guess you could say that if you're super hard on yourself, it is motivating, But honestly, I used to be really, really, really hard on myself in everything and such a perfectionist. And as I've gotten older and matured and done a lot of therapy and learned a lot of skills, I find that I talk to myself in a much more compassionate way by and large. Do I have moments where I biff it? Yeah. But so as someone who's been on both sides of it, like being really hard on myself to perform well and like just in life, and then being nicer to myself to perform well, I get about the same amount done. It just feels a lot better. Like it doesn't feel so punitive, and I don't have such a tyrannical approach to how I treat myself. So being guilty and feeling ashamed and, you know, if those things motivate you, okay, but I think it's a lot more positive and makes you feel better in here and in your whole body to be kinder to yourself. And so when you're guilty, when you feel guilt or shame, yeah, okay, feel it because you feel what you feel, but I think it's important to reframe that and be like, you know what, whether I'm super mean to myself or whether I'm super compassionate to myself, the time after this negative moment, after this slip up, is gonna go by, and I'd rather be so gentle and kind with myself and have a super chill day. Like I'm forcing myself to eat really well today in terms of like eating enough and making sure I'm eating enough throughout the day so that I don't binge later. And yeah, so we're actually gonna cook. I didn't expect to stop and talk for so long, but I did. So what I'm gonna make is something I'm so excited about. It's so easy. I'm gonna have a gluten-free bagel because I'm allergic to gluten, and I am going to have eggs with spinach, and hopefully there's a good avocado. Yes! Grace community stay winning! But anyway, I'm gonna have a gluten-free bagel, avocado on the bagel, and I'm gonna make eggs, which, yep, elephant in the room, I'm not vegan anymore. I had so much OCD, and I mean like diagnosed OCD. So I have OCD, and so I don't wanna get into why I had such a hang up about eating any animal products, but it wasn't fully mentally healthy, and I was just struggling with the OCD part of it. I'm not gonna say what the specific fear was because I don't want anyone else to also start feeling that way. I don't want any judgment. If anyone's mean to me about it, it's like, shut up, because even when I was vegan, which I was for years, and I have been on and off, and I've been vegetarian since I was 6, and I don't think that will ever change, to be honest, but I'm okay with that. And that's not coming from an OCD perspective, it's just because I love animals so much. Not that people who eat meat don't love animals. I think your diet can be a deeply personal thing, and what works for one person is not necessarily gonna work for another, and that's fine. And I felt, even since I have been vegan, it was annoying about it in elementary school, being like, why is there dog hair in the cast iron pan? I swear to God, when you have animals, like, I'm putting on a show of taking it out, but if no camera was on, would I probably leave it? No, but if I found it in my food, I would not stop eating. But basically, even when I was super vegan, I don't care what other people are doing or eating, and I genuinely believe if you're vegan or vegetarian and you're constantly like posting vegan and vegetarian stuff like on social media and like shaming people for what they eat if they're not vegan or vegetarian, I genuinely think that's a sign to get a job and also some hobbies, because I don't think any person who is fully well cares that much what other people eat. Like, it's genuinely just not your business. I understand being against factory farming or being against, like, you know, some of the industries that have to do with animal product consumption, but again, it's really just not your business, like someone's individual diet. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put that in your toilet and flush it. The last thing I'm gonna say, because I kind of don't really feel a whole lot like talking anymore, is, the day after, you know, you've been struggling, maybe you binged, maybe you purged, maybe you underate, maybe you overate, whatever. The day after, it's so important to just have a normal day of eating. Because if you restrict yourself, you're setting yourself up to overeat later and then feel bad about yourself, or, you know, this, that, or the other thing. So what we're doing, what did I have? I had yogurt for breakfast that I know has protein in it, and chia seeds and fruit. And then now we're doing eggs with spinach. So I have protein from the eggs, I have carbs from my, and I'm not like tracking how many grams of whatever I have, but I do try to be balanced about it because I know that's what's gonna keep me full and keep my body and mind happy and getting back to a point of stability. And then I have fat from the avocado and from the oil that I'm cooking the eggs in. So all of our bases are covered. But yeah, I'm gonna finish making this, and I hope that this was somehow helpful to someone and that you enjoyed this video. And yeah, it's definitely a chill day. I wrote a bit this morning. I was feeling kind of depressed. I took the dogs for a walk. That was nice. We went down into the woods. And then I fed the horses. I'll eat my food, do some reading while I'm eating, let the horses back out. I might take a nap. I'm definitely gonna edit this. But yeah, catch you on the other side.